Hello everybody, welcome back to RC on Track. We have our Slash out, we put new tires on it, we got to glue the tires to the rims, they're absolutely brand new. We put a different body mount on the car, stock one that you can get. Get them from just about anywhere. I got mine off of the good old Amazon. Got the tires off Amazon. They're like 29 bucks. This piece was like $5 or $6. I don't remember exactly. We got a dust cover to cover up our gears back here, our spur gear and our pinion gear. But the spur gear is rubbing on the new case. The old case has a busted screw hole on it, so it's not going to go back on the car, and I'm pretty sure it's going to rub too. I'm a little discouraged by that. I'm not ready to return the dust cover because I'm going to see if I can make me a template to bring it out away from the gear a little bit, and I'll just go ahead and use that one. The overall on this car is getting pretty close to completion. We have to get our other skid plate in the mail. We put one on last night with tires and everything. There you go, nice aluminum one. We're going to put aluminum one in the back, and the reason why I'm putting aluminum for skid plates is because the plastic ones do break. And with that being said, aluminum's not going to break, it's just going to get scuffed up and not as pleasant to look at anymore. Got a loose screw there I didn't tighten up. So my thing with my RC car world is typically I'll just buy somebody's broken stuff and put it back to working order and enjoy it and take care of it. I have a guy that's supposed to be getting a hold of me today. I don't know if he is or not. This guy Clarence. He found me a car. He wants to give it to me to fix his nitro car. His nitro car had been sitting for a few months and got all gummed up. So you guys out there, if you're like a novice in the RC world and you bought a nitro car and it's not working anymore and you did nothing to it except for play with it and put it up, you know, the nitro fuel gums everything up. Your fuel lines, your little carburetor, even your jug for your piston and all that, you know, that all gets gummed up with that fuel. So you're going to want to rinse that out with a solvent. You can use brake parts cleaner, carb choke cleaner, just about any type of solvent to get it out. You just don't use an oil-based solvent. Because if you use the oil-based solvent, when you go to start the car, the residual solvent that's in there, oils and stuff, will hinder the car from starting. So you want to definitely use, you know, you can even use rubbing alcohol to knock that gum out of it. We're going to do something to the Slash. What are we going to do? I want to put this motor in, but I'm kind of scared because I don't have any more set screws for the pinion gear, and the one that's in this car, I'm pretty sure it's halfway stripped out, so I got to be really careful and diligent about pulling that set screw out so that we can put that motor in. We're going to glue these tires to the rims real quick, and then we'll just take it out and see how it's going to run with the new tires. And what I'm liking is how the car is standing now. It's standing the way it should. It's got clearance for the tires and the fender wells, and taking off these smaller aftermarket tires that my buddy Robert put on this car. These are pretty much stock size tires for a Slash. These ones are not. These ones are about an inch wider and about a half inch taller. So I'm a little worried about it flipping over a lot, you know, horsing around on the pavement or out on flat ground. But having the other motor, excuse me, having this other motor here is going to change a little bit of that flipping over, because I'll be able to give it some juice and it'll just spin around versus flip over. So we're going to get this on way and Let's do that right now. So we're going to glue the tires first because that's the easiest thing we can do. And we will do a quick run with this motor and see what our burst is going to be. If it's going to pull up, cool. If it flips over, even better. If it doesn't do either one of those, it's going to be depressing, and I'm going to pull the motor out because it's slow. I already know the motor's slower than that motor, but I just want to make sure I'm ready to change it out. I might just use this motor until it actually fries. The wires are a little bit frayed, so I'm scared of it arcing out and catching on fire or burning up something else that I don't need to be replacing. So I need glue, and I'm using super glue on my tires. It's the same glue that you get in tube. It's tire glue. It's a hoax. It's not tire glue. It's super glue in a different label. So definitely think about what you're doing when you're buying this stuff, because the tire glue, you know, they're like, oh, I want $26, I want $16, I want $15 for super glue, for a little tube of super glue that you can literally go to the Dollar Tree and get. I buy it in bulk from the Dollar Tree. I'll get like 10, 15 bottles of glue, and you know, I still got probably 5 bottles left out of my last purchase. And the thing I can say about RCing is it'll eat up money real quick. So save parts that aren't broken but yet need some cleaning or whatever. Save those old parts. They come in handy. Save your old screws because it comes in handy later on. If you're just getting into the RC world and you're watching this, we are basically a tutorial on how to do stuff with your RC car. We do some run videos. We're new channels, so you're not going to see a lot of run videos. You're going to see a lot more of building stuff. We've built a T-Max electric conversion. We built a Muscle Flame WL Toys race car, 1/12 scale. We've upgraded the ESC, the motor. What we're having problems with is the plastic spur gear, both the rear ends in the car, both of the front and rear diffs are gone. We got it going so fast that the little plastic gears disassembled inside there. So we ordered all metal stuff. It's a completely legit car. It's got a metal skid plate. It's got all upgrade hop ups available for it. Yeah, so that's about it with that. You know, you can replace everything on the car, and you can either go metal or you can go plastic. I went with metal because it's stupid fast, and every time it hits something, it would just shatter. So their plastics are very hard and not flexible. So when you hit something, it's just done. So we just went ahead with the plastic with the metal hop ups. So with all that being said, now let's go ahead and get our glue on these tires and do a quick run with this car and see how it's handling with the new tires and how it looks. All right, let's do that. Dollar Tree super glue, $1.09. Excuse me. Got Red Bull coming up. I mean, I could say that, right? Red Bull, if you're watching this, yeah, I drink your drink, and I said the words, so don't sue me, because you're not getting anything from me. I play with RC cars, not Lambos or anything like that. So. So I can take the tire off to do this. I'm not going to because I don't want to have to put the tire back on and have a longer video. So we're just going to do it the way I know how to do it. Make sure our glue is open. And I need more light. There we go. You're going to try to get a nice consistent bead of glue around your tire. And for some reason, I'm not getting there. So I'm going to reposition myself for this. And of course I get glue on my brand new ass tires. And that is messed up. I'm going to have to get that off there. Hopefully get it off there before it dries. Probably should be wearing gloves to do this because I already got glue getting all over the place. Alright, let me get something to get that glue off there. Soapy water. Should just clean right off. There's that. I'll flip it over on its side and do the back side of the tire. This is probably the most irritating part of dealing with your tires, is trying to get the glue on without getting the glue on everything. Alright. Consistency with your glue is going to be key, because if you're not consistent with it, your tire will come off bead. Especially when you run your car for a long time on one set of tires. People typically rotate the tires front to back so they have more traction, and then you end up having your front tires on the back of your two-wheel drive car, and if you didn't put enough glue on those tires, you're right off the car. So if you're racing, that can cost you your trophy. It can just be really nasty little mistake. And I'm using Dawn dish soap and water to clean the glue up. Works real well. It's a heavy solution. And you can see there it's blue because I wanted it super concentrated so that the soap can break down the super glue real easy. Alright. Spin the tire. Battery on my camera just sounded off, so we're going to have to hurry up with this one and get the camera plugged in. That was clean, man. Real clean. Wow. So, I didn't get all the glue off my front tire, and now I might have to figure out a way to get that white stain off my tire so it looks nice. Let's get this camera plugged in so that I don't have to do another take on this and lose footage. There we go. Alright, let me see. Alright, you guys, a couple seconds of magic. Alright, so we got a little piece of Brillo pad here. I'm going to try scuffing this glue off the outside of my tire here because, well, it looks like junk. I want to keep it looking good, so hopefully this works. And that should work. If not, I just stained my new tire, and I'm not going to like that too much. So we'll let that dry and see where we're at. And what did I do? Oh yeah. So I took off the shock spacers, and I'm just sitting here looking at them like, why isn't the front of this car standing level? And it's because I took the spacers off the front shocks and I gotta get them back on there. Did the Brillo pad work? Yes, the Brillo pad worked just fine. So just get yourself a green Brillo pad, some soap, and you can get that glue off. As long as it's not like a big gob of the glue, it'll come right off. It did for me, so. Get the back side of this tire done. So we got metal CVD axles coming for this slash build. Again, this was just a pile of parts. This was not a functioning car when I got it, and we built it up to this thus far. We are going to be updating the CVDs. We're going to hopefully get a new gunk top for it. I'm gonna run the old one for racing and thrashing and having fun, and then I'll use the brand new one for videos and on the shelf. Let's see where we at. Okay, so we need to glue this tire on, those two tires. Get that done real quick. And it'd probably be easier to take the dang tires off, man, because okay, pop it in place. There's glue getting everywhere. It's a little annoying at this point because it got on my workbench. Okay. Before the glue dries, come on. And again, I literally just got glue everywhere, all over my hands. All over this cleaning rag. Not too worried about it being on the tread. But I am worried about it getting all over my hands because it is super glue. I'm going to grab up some rubber gloves real quick because this is just already a mess. Glued my fingernail to my finger. Yeah. Glue. Fun stuff. Alright, so we got 2 tires fully mounted to the rims. We'll get the other 2 tires mounted, and then we'll see how it handles. All right, so give me a second to get some gloves on here. And a big old box of rubber gloves, and I hardly ever wear them. And right now I'm just kind of regret. Hope I don't glue the gloves to my fingers. Make sure this glue's dry. Yeah, we're good. So does Dollar Tree super glue work as good as super glue from the damn factory? Yes, it does. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, getting underneath my thumbnail sucks because I can feel it. And it's constant. Alright. A little glue on the wall of that tire, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. I really should have took the tires off to do this because getting glue on stuff. See if we can get this one done with no glue's just dripping out on the bottom there. Oh, too far. All right. Where'd my rag go? There it is. Alright, now we'll do the front bead on this front tire, and then we'll go to the back beads, give glue a little time to set. Kind of rush through the other two, and definitely going to have to clean these tires up. Actually, I'm not going to worry about the back of the tire. It's not a glamour show with this thing. So I told my family members, I was like, all these cars that we've owned and everything, I kind of regret getting rid of my other slashes. So when I saw this one and the Voltura crawler, I jumped on it because my slashes don't really break. I mean, you really got to go like extremely crazy with a slash to break it. Alright, that's on. Let's get this excess glue off the outside of my tire so it doesn't look like junk. Quick weight down. Not the cleanest gluing, but it is getting done. So do the back sides. Man, this glue is just going nuts on these tires. Now I could probably put enough glue up top here. And I am being excessive with the glue because I want no issues with the tires coming off. That on. That on. That one on perfect, man. So these tires are kind of cool. They got like this extra little bead to them. It goes around the edge of the rim here, so when you glue them on, it actually gets a little more contact with the glue. And so I got gunk off, so I can definitely use that to clean up any of the glue. But I don't want to use a lot of it because I don't want it to take the tire back off of the rim at all. So there's that one. Let's get the back of this one. And we'll let it sit for a minute. And we'll grab something else up to do while that's sitting. I do have my CVD drive shafts for the rock bouncer. I'll show you guys what happened to that. If you haven't seen the video, you'll see that it was an epic fail. I bought some chrome ones. I think those look good. I'll try those out. I think I went more off of the look of it than the function of it. But when you're buying something off the internet and that you're not in person buying it, sight unseen, and unfortunately I bought them so long ago they won't let me return them. But yet they still sell them. Like, why are these stores literally selling stuff that they're getting back time and time again for it breaking, yet they continue to sell it? You know, as shoppers, we're not naive. It's just, you know, it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do, and it doesn't. So if it's a constant issue with the product, why do you have it on your shelf? I think that's probably one of the more annoying parts of buying stuff for these cars is like, oh, that looks nice. It's an upgraded part. It looks like something that I want to run and get all happy, and then you go to run it and it literally just goes to a million pieces. So we're going to set this back and let it dry. And after that sets up and dries, we'll take it out for a run. Grab these CVD drive shafts I got here for the rock bouncer. We'll bring the rock bouncer into this video and we'll put those on. We're not running the rock bouncer. I took out the ESC that was in it. It was glitching. So I took it out, and my original one that I bought for the car should be here within the next day or so. And then we will definitely get you guys a bunch of crawling footage with it. It's not super fast due to gear duration. That's something I have to get into later. I'm not going to do that obviously right now. I have to figure out what gears are inside the transmission, to go back into the details of my order and check out the specs on those internal gears, and then we can find out what we need for a spur gear and a pinion gear to make it go fast. It may never be able to go fast because the transmission won't allow it. And if that's the case, then I will definitely replace the transmission with something that can go fast, maybe a 2-speed. But right now it's just a single-speed transmission, and I think if I get the gear duration right, well, I know if I get the gear duration right on the pinion and the spur gear, it should go faster, a lot faster. But until that day comes, we're just going to use what we got. Got everything I need. I got the tools. Here's our new drive shafts here. And they're rounded here at the CVD knuckle, I guess you'd call that. And they extend. And they're blocked out square. Or octagon, whatever you want to call that. To me it looks square. Kind of like an Allen key. These look of better quality than the ones I had. The ones I had are here somewhere. So don't buy these ones, guys. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on eBay. Probably get them from hobby shops. And this is what happened. So there's part of it. And there's the other part of it. Just like that. So I can see wear on the ends. Right there, you see that little bit of brass or copper shining through there. So what happened is it's square and it's not rounded. So they bound up and popped right out. Garbage, absolute garbage. I actually just saved these so that I can show you guys the garbage of them. They are not something I recommend you getting. They look really nice on the car. When I put the car together, before I even put a motor in it, I was pushing it and it would lock up. And I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Why is it locking up? And I looked at them and I saw how they were machined. And I said, well, that's probably going to be a problem later. Let's go ahead and run them anyways and see what we get. We got about 5 feet before it popped the first one out, and then we got another 5-6 feet, and then the other one popped right out. So garbage. Don't buy them. Buy these instead. Let's get the rock bouncer over here and put those in it. Another thing I need to do with the rock bouncer is change out a couple of these 4-link bars. Now, this being my first rock bouncer that I've built, I'm learning, and the first thing I've learned is don't buy these cheap 4-link bars. I'm going to get the ones with curves to them so I get more articulation out of my axles. For now, we're going to use these cheapos. I have 2 more of the same exact brand, I believe. They're just black, and they are just straight 4-link bar. So we're going to put these in here on top, and that's what we're going to do. I can put a set on the bottom, but I don't feel like getting into all that right now. If the bottom ones break or come apart like this one did, then what I will do is I'll go ahead and order the new set, and I don't know what to do with those. Probably throw them in a box and forget about them for the rest of my life. I don't know. So to put on your 4-link bar, you know, you're going to have to, if you're building one, it's kind of self-explanatory. It'll hook to the top of your axle for the top. It'll hook out here by the shocks for the bottom. We're going to have to take out 2 screws, and we're going to drop one of these in right now. No, I'm going to do them both. Yeah, we'll just get them both in. So flip this thing over on its side. Allen wrench. Bang. So this particular brand has a all-thread screw, and it's pretty adjustable. You can get quite a bit of travel out of it, so you put spacers on it. But if you get too far out, it'll just fall off like this one did. The bottom two were of different. I don't know why they make like 3 of them the right size, and then one of them is just absolutely the wrong size. I don't get the logic behind that. It really irritated me to put this thing together, and then I am like, why is this one different? Why doesn't it work? Because the other one is for something else. You know, you have a torsion bar that comes across to your axle on a rock crawler, and it goes there. So that was the other one. And then there was this one that was just this oddball shape. It's machinery, you know, the person behind the machine making them was like, oh, it's close enough. We'll go with that. And it really messes us up. So, you know, the guys out there that are machining this stuff, some of them just don't care. And you get a bag of parts that are the wrong parts. Let me adjust here. There we go. So let's go ahead and get the other screw out. Get this knuckle off here. I don't want to have to take my tire off to do this, but I'm probably going to end up having to. What else is really nice is the screws are all different sizes. You know, you think this screw on the bottom would be the same as the screw that they give you for the top, and that's not the case. At least not with this one. Okay. Man, I might take the tire off. It's going to fit. Of course not. Now that's weird. It's loose, but it's not coming off. Wonder if I could just. Nope. There it is. All right. Won't lose that. There's our spacer. So we put these spacers on. I felt like it's too top heavy, so I needed to get that displacement going. My nose is itchy. Okay. Let me get my drill. And then we need our little RC wrench here. Let's get that in place. So I'm not trying to take... Oh yeah, I was changing that. I forgot I was changing both of them. And I'll probably end up having to break the Dremel out and trimming off a little bit of the metal here, because every one of them that I put in here, I had to do that too. And they were still a tight fit. Oh, I didn't take no allergy pills today, and I'm just going through it right this second. So we'll put this guy back together. Throw it in that box and forget about it. So I don't see these lasting a whole lot of time because of this brass insert that they pressed in. They typically just pop right out after a little bit of use, so they're pretty cheap. Let's see if this is going to slide in there. Oh, wow. That's cool. I don't even have to mess with it. Alright, so there's that one. Let's get this other one off. And then we will get these upper 4-link bars on. We have a little Jeep crawler that we're trying to get the parts for, but we're having a heck of a time. The parts that are available for the chassis are just crappy little parts, and I'm not down with that. So I have to keep shopping around until I find all the parts, like the skid plate. I can't find the skid plate for this chassis. It's insane. So small. I bought a couple of different ones, and I've had to send them back because they're just not the right, they're too big. And so I have to think even smaller. And the problem I'm having with that is I want a 4-bolt transmission in it, not a 2-bolt, because I want to run a lot of power through it. I want to put 1/10 scale axles on it. I want to put 1/10 scale link bars on it, so that it's just, you know, the tires will be out here, chassis in the middle. It'll just look really nice and operate appropriately. That one. Okay, let's get these bars on, and we'll get the top on the slash. We'll take it out and do a couple laps out in the driveway and see what it's doing. Alright, so let's do... So originally I wasn't wanting black 4-link bars because the whole chassis is black. I wanted the color to be a little different. So the gray, shiny, silverish 4-link bars actually look really sharp. Nice. So that's going to push the axle back just a tad bit more than what it was originally sitting at, which I appreciate because I feel like it was sitting too far forward. That one's there. Get it pinned up real quick. Now, let's put the other one in. So on your skid plate, this particular skid plate, you have ears on top where you mount your top 4 link to, and that's what I'm doing. And you can't really see because I don't have it on camera for you, but you can see there. Like that. All right. Now we'll get it in place and we'll go out and have a couple minutes of fun with the slash. Pretty sure I got a fresh charged battery to throw in it. Like that. Okay, now let's put the, I forgot we gotta do the CVD axles here, or the drive shafts. So after that, we'll take the slash out and have a couple minutes of fun. Now, I don't know how complicated it's going to be to put these drive shafts on, because I really don't want to take the car apart right now. So I'm going to try doing it without taking the car apart. If it ends up having to come apart, I'm just going to put it aside. We'll take the slash out and have some fun with it so I can just get my mind clear and be prepared to do a whole tear down of the freaking skid plate. Because, I mean, there's 8 screws holding the skid plate on, and then you got your 4 screws in your CVD drive shafts, and yeah, so not really trying to do a bunch of stuff like that right now. Now I know I have a bit to hook this to my drill. Just don't know where I've placed it. What is even going on? Come on now. Wish they would give me a wrench with these. My socket's too deep. So let's put something in it to take up the difference a little bit. What do I have? Nothing. Nothing sitting next to me. And take a little. No. Goodness. This guy. Haha. That made me happy. I'm gonna have to mark this bit so I know what I need to use it on. Yeah, I need the other tool, man. Yes, it is a driver. Like that. So we got our 4-link bars on, and they look nice. Not a lot of articulation in these link bars. You know, I was hoping my tire would go closer to the frame, and it's not. See, that fell off of the other link bar. All right, so let's see if we can get these axles, these drive shafts in. Oops, I need the hardware. Okay, so put the silver side, or the what you would call the male-female receiver here, male here, so it slides in. Now if I put it on like this and have it slide down, if you go through water, this is going to fill up full of water and mud, and it's going to wear it out faster. So you definitely want to keep it down. And that's just the way you need to do it. Otherwise, you're going to tear up your parts faster than you want to. Got a nice fit on the thread there. No Loctite going to be needed on this as of yet. I don't know about when we make it go faster, but I know right now we don't need it. All right. So we're gonna do a little flipperoo here and ditch the chair. You're gonna see no head for a couple minutes. So these axles, they came off of Amazon as well. I've seen them on eBay, Alibaba. They're a posi axle, and they look really nice, and hopefully they function really nice because I spent good money on them. Probably the most expensive part here is the axles. I think the axles and the shocks were my biggest expenditure on this build as of right now. So I don't like the fact that these are set screws on these drive shafts. They should be pins to go all the way through the receiver, or pilot shaft, whatever you want to call it. All right. So now, my next problem is just putting the drive shaft on the transmission. And that went pretty smooth right there. And then it went bad. Okay. So I think this guy right here will do it. What's going on? Get all the way on there. Got screws falling out from somewhere. Get on there all the way. What the heck? Get in there. All right, there's the back one. Wow, that's 100% improvement on that drive shaft, and it is deeply appreciated because this is one heck of a car. I think I'm right around $300-400 in this car, and it's not the money on it. It's just, I bought parts that broke as soon as I used the car, and so that drives me insane because of the amount of money that I've put into the car. I don't even know what to say about that. All right, we're gonna have to use the drill again here. Somebody wants to talk to me on the telephone. I see it over there lighting up. So you're gonna have to wait a minute. But just a minute. And man, I'm worried where that screw came out of. I'm gonna have to go over the whole car to figure that one out. It's best to put your screws in with your little Allen wrench first, so you don't cross thread with your drill. I didn't. I just gonna let you know not to do that, because it's like, oh, let's hurry up, let's get this done. And the next thing you know, you've screwed up the part. Oh wow. I haven't even really, I mean, I've literally driven this thing 10 feet and the axle's already loosened up on this thing. That's kind of worrisome, because I don't want it to fall apart while I'm out running on track. Especially any competition that I might get into. I don't want my axle falling apart. So we're going to have to look at that. Alright, there's that one. And 2 more and we'll be done with this car, and we'll take the slash out and get a quick run video of it. We are at 1 hour. It's been an hour. I'm gonna have to do some editing, I think. Man, this is a lot of time for nothing. That was insane. I think a hawk just took a bird out in my backyard. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check that, or I'll take you guys with me. That was a lot of noise. Go check that out. I swear that sounded like something getting eaten. Yep, there's the hawk right there on my fence. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look at that hawk. Yeah, it went after that crow right there. Wow. Bunch of crows in that tree. Thank you, hawks. Or I mean crows. Get rid of the hawk. We got bunnies and little dogs. Alright, guys. A hawk getting tore up by a crow. I think the hawk would win. The hawk got his butt kicked. Little hawk, not a big one. Alright, let's get back to it. That was a lot of noise. I never heard a crow let out like that before. You think a hawk would kick a crow's butt? Like, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like a crow getting eaten out there. Hawk got his butt kicked. If I had had my security cameras up and running, probably could have caught that on tape. Go home. Oh, come on. So this is probably the most complicated part of this build. Just replacing these stupid drag shit. Get on there. I think that one's in too deep. Okay. Are you kidding me? Why'd you fall off? Just barely too deep in the... There we go. Back in. And so the pilot shafts on this transmission are made for pin to go all the way through, but the drive shafts are not. They're made with these set screws. So that is a little bit annoying. So I'd rather have the pin that goes all the way through the pilot shaft there. Get on there, man. There it is. That one. And then this one. There we go. Okay, we got drive shafts. Why is my axle doing this? See that? I could feel the screws are just absolutely loose. So let's get it right there. Put some torque on this thing. Alright, flip the car over and do the bottom ones. Yeah, I do not know where that screw came from, man. Oh, that's where it came from. It came from the bottom of my knuckle. Why is this thing just falling apart? It hasn't even been used yet. Like, we have not done anything with this car yet, and I got screws coming out left and right. It's not good. Probably will go back with Loctite on these. Bang. Alright guys, so the Rock Bouncer has this new CVD drive shafts. We will be getting the rest of our electronics in, and we'll have it up and running. To the guy that commented red motor, I went to use the red motor and I noticed that it's actually a slower motor, and I'm not trying to build this thing for going slow. If I had 2-speed transmission in it, I probably would have used the red motor, but we went ahead and threw in the blue one. But thanks for your opinion. I appreciate it. Next time I ask for somebody for an opinion, I'll just go ahead and get a video of their opinion working. Alright, so we got that done. That's our fix and repair for the day. I hope you've learned something from this video. If not, leave it in the comment box. If you just want to tell me shut up, leave it in the comment box. If you want to give me a high five, leave it in the comment box, heart, whatever. We appreciate you here at RC on Track. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out the link below for the Slash video. We're going to take it out right now and run it. Nothing spectacular. I got a couple ramps in the backyard. Probably hit those a couple of times. Yeah, so tune in for that. The subscription's right there. And like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.